you have to always come in as a prosecutor. You have to prosecute a claim the same time somebody's making a complaint. And a claim always trumps a complaint. So you have to come and you have to file a claim. You have to say that they administrating my property without any rights. I claim that he told me what to do with my car, and he had no right to tell me what to do with my car. And then he has to prove he had a right. The only problem is for public officers and state employees, they have no rights. Only man has rights. So they have duties and responsibilities and obligations that they have to uphold. So right off the bat, there's no doubt about it. It's like, does that policeman, do you have any rights? It's like, well, what? Do you have any rights to stop my car? No, that's a duty and obligation or some sort of authority. But in this country, rights supersede and trump everything. So do you have a right? Well, no, not in the capacity as a policeman. I have a duty. That's right. But me, as a man, I have a right. So did I have the right to travel in my car? Yes. Okay, in the pyramid structure of this society, what's on the top of the pyramid? Rights. What's under pyramids? Under rights? Duties, obligations, responsibilities, and privileges. Can somebody take away your privilege to be a cop? Yes. Can you no longer then stop people driving down the road? Well, then, right, I couldn't stop them. Why? Because it would be unlawful. Why? Because you didn't interfere with that man's rights, right? Yeah. So as a cop, you have a privilege to stop me, right? Yes. Okay. As a man, do I have the right to travel from point A to point B? Yes. Okay. So you had a duty, right? Yeah, well, I had a right. So what trumps what in this country? Privileges, or duties, or rights? I had a right, and you interfered with that right.
Okay, but do you use the Constitution?
No, you could refer back to the Constitution. You could say, I believe I have the right to travel, and not only do I believe that I have that right, the Ninth Amendment also secures and protects that right. You never rely upon somebody else's document. You can refer to it.
Okay, so wait a minute, Carl. So you're talking to a cop, and you ask the cop this question, and the cop comes back with, oh, are you one of them sovereign citizens? Then what do you say?
Well, when a cop gives me a ticket, I love taking tickets because to me that's...
No, it wasn't that. I asked you if the cop asked you, are you one of those sovereign citizens, what would you say?
I said, the only thing I know is I'm a man. That's all I know, is I'm a man. I said sovereign citizen. That I don't know. But what I do know is I'm a man.
Thank you.
That's what I want. I don't get into theory with a policeman on the side of the highway. You know, when he, like I said, you know, believe me, the way I look, believe me, I put my wallet on top of my truck, put my hands around the outside mirror and tell them, handcuff me so we don't have any accidents. So being a big, goofy-looking biker guy my whole life, I know just to basically sit there and shut the hell up. Let him do his thing, and then I'll deal with it in paperwork. I'll handle it outside of the courthouse because I just, you know, I give everybody an itchy trigger finger when they see me. So I'm smart enough to just realize I'm a big, goofy-looking guy. So you know what? Don't give them a reason.
Yeah, really.
Women have a hard time because they guess they don't figure that a cop's going to put a bullet in their head, you know. But I just presume they're going to put a bullet in my head. So that's why I get along great with cops on traffic stops, and they just give me the tickets, and I bring it back down. I told you that story plenty of times. I said that you just bring it down within 72 hours, and you just say that this is some sort of a complaint. It's like, yeah. I said, well, I'll answer anybody's claim. Is anybody making a claim that I caused anybody wrong, that I caused a harm to anybody? Well, no, he's filing a complaint. I said, well, then I can't. This time I can't be bothered answering every time everybody makes a silly complaint against me. So at this time I'm going to have to return these subpoenas or summonses or citations. And they always laugh at me. So well, we'll see you in court in 30 days. I said, okay. I said, the only problem is I gave you fair warning, and you're going to lose. And when I've proved that you filed a false claim against me, I'm going to hold you liable. So they're like, yeah, well, good luck with that. We've never lost. And I'm like, okay. And then, like I said, when you take him into court, then you just file a claim that you tried to settle the matter with him on a private side, and he refused to. And that he's filing a false claim against you because no man is going to come forward and verify this claim that I caused him any harm. And when no man comes forward, it's like, there you go. What did I tell you? I told you no man was going to come forward. I said, and I always trick the judge and everybody when we first start this thing. They say, okay, everybody's here today. I said, yeah, I think we hear something about I broke the law. I think somebody said I broke the law. Did I break the law? Mr. Cop over there? Yeah. Okay, Mr. Prosecutor, did I break the law? Yeah. I said, is that what we hear about, Judge? He said, that I broke the law? He's like, yeah. I said, okay. So then when they start talking, I said, no. I said, what are you talking about? That's Section 60101. That's some sort of violation of a code. We all agreed that I was here today because we would discuss the fact that I broke the law. Oh, you don't know the difference between the law and a code? Here, let me show you in your own book. This is the difference between a code and a law. And they're like, oh. I said, yeah. So everybody agreed when we first started that we were here to discuss the fact that I broke the law. So are you all lying now? Did I not break the law? And they're like, well, laws, like any cause of harm that lost a man, any man going to come forward and state a claim? No.
So Karl, you're saying, is any man going to come forward to state a claim, and a cop can't come forward as a man to state a claim because he's acting in his capacity as a cop? Is that your catch-22?
Because only a man can make a claim in this country. The only thing that the state can do is make a complaint, file a complaint against you. They can't file claims against you. Why? Because you created the government. You created the office of the judge. You created the office of the sheriff. You created the office of the marshal. They can't make claims against the people. They can only file complaints against a person. Only man has the right to make a claim, and only man has rights in this country. God bless America.
Okay, so Karl, if I have an affidavit of obligation, and I put that in as my counterclaim, I turn the affidavit of obligation into a counterclaim.
The only problem is you don't have filing a counterclaim, because all they could do again is file a complaint. So you don't want to file a cross complaint or a counter complaint. You want to file a claim. So if you made a cross or if you made a counter, you'd be making a counter or cross complaint. If the state agency or government agency is bringing up something against your person, and if you file a counter, you'd be down on their level. You'd be in the complaint land instead of being on a claim land.
All right, I'm gonna email you again. See if you can't find it in your heart to send me an example of what you're talking about, please.
All right, yeah, it's pretty simple, man. I think, like I said, if you guys start understanding these little simple word tricks, is this government's only can make complaints. They file complaints against you. Man can make a complaint if he's dumb, or he can make a claim, and only man can make a claim because only man has the rights to make a claim.